I figured her out finally. Finally on this thing. I figured her out finally. There we go. Finally on this thing. Whoa, let's mute this. Well, that way I don't have to hear myself.
There we go.
Sounds like you're getting feedback.
I'm getting all kind of feedback. I was listening to my cell phone there.
Listen to yourself, by yourself, to yourself.
All the time. All the time. How's YouTube this evening? Let's see if we can get some. Got 6 people in here so far. 6 people. If you don't know this man here, it's with us. It's Josh Hall, and of course, the infamous No Smiling Leonard. We figured we'd get on here and talk a little tonight.
Are we going to be able to see the comments?
I don't know if you can. I'll try to read them out to you if you can understand my my dyslexia. If there is any comments.
Is it up on yours, Josh? If not, I'm on my phone.
No.
So.
Yeah.
Well, no. Yeah, you'll have to pull up YouTube and mute. You'll have to pull up YouTube and mute it. Is what you have to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you can on your phone. We'll probably lose you.
Well, I'm going to pull up my phone. I'm on my computer, and I figure I pull up my phone.
Yeah. He'd probably have to get him a different phone. I don't know if he knows that or not.
So if I click on it, it'll take me off.
Honey? I will say you ain't got no camera on you now.
No, because I went into YouTube.
Oh, there it is. I see it.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be you'll have to either get you another phone or you'll have to what's going on every day, Hustle? He says, "What's up?" Yeah, you'll have to.
Oh, we're back.
Get you another phone.
Oh, there's Miss Reams on there.
Yeah, Miss Reams.
Oh, you can see them?
That's the boss. That's my part of the boss anyway. That's the one that tells me what to do. Well, Josh, let me ask you.
All right. Shoot away.
What kind of numbers are you looking at per year?
It just depends. I've raised prices, so a few people didn't like it.
Didn't like it.
And but I've already added more people, so they don't mind it because they're coming in at a little higher price.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm not a big time operator. I mean, it just depends on the year and what I'm doing, but 35 to 55, it just depends on
35 to 55. That ain't bad. Yeah. I mean, per year,
Yeah, I mean, it's according to what just your client count and what you're charging, and it just varies. I mean, there's a pretty big swing there, but
oh yeah,
it sort of averages about 45, and I got it to where I'm about 4 days a week.
4 days a week? That's not bad at all.
But I was working 6 days a week doing the same thing, and if you can cycle through some accounts and get them a little closer together, then it helps a lot.
Oh yeah.
And the 2 weekers are all right, but they kind of mess your schedule up, and seems like I've been getting a few requests for 2 weekers, but it's real hard on your equipment. It's hard on the belt. It's hard on the mower. I don't think it looks good unless you double cut it. I mean, you're basically cutting it twice, so
then you're not making any money.
Well, yeah, you're not making any money, and they're not going to pay you double whenever you cut it. So
that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Now we're trying to go for the most dislikes for a YouTube video today.
All right. Can you do that? Can you get a lot of dislikes?
Oh Lord, yeah. Anything helps. I ain't gonna.
Yeah. I think anything, YouTube, I don't know. There's a lot of metrics on YouTube, but they want engagement. They want people to make comments. They want people to subscribe, and even if you get a dislike, that counts.
Oh yeah.
But they want you to comment, and I've noticed where a lot of guys, what they're doing now, that every video they put out, they always ask a question. So, what's your favorite truck? What's your favorite trimmer? What's your favorite color? And well, no, I mean it's just, but it gets people more talking in the comments down below.
Oh, you want to know if we support Trump?
Yeah, I mean,
one.
you could throw one of them out there.
Yeah. Well, there's a guy, Trump, Ted Cruz. He's wanting to know if we support Trump. Politics, man, we're from the South, and my daddy always told me, he said, there's two things you never talk about. And he said, that's religion and politics to people. He said, because they get madder than hell.
That leads into a lot of conversation that you don't want to get into.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of
man.
stuff like that. When you're doing business, you've got 100% of the people. And if there's something polar that's like, especially in politics, you got somebody that likes it, somebody hates it.
Mm-hmm.
If you get involved with that in business, you're going to alienate half your people. So it's better not to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to be kind of neutral. I mean, I know a lot of people, I don't care what it is. I mean, if it's religion, if it's politics, I guess puppy dogs and kitties, cats is okay, but
there you go. There you
boils
go.
down to we're all just people, and everybody's got their opinions.
But some people,
I'm
going to be opinionated here, but some people are emotionally opinionated.
Exactly.
Some people have a little more reasoning.
Mm.
And if you talk to somebody that's emotional, then there's no reasoning with somebody that's emotional. So you can't, the argument's just, you might as well just stop.
Yeah. Oh, what's up, Acme? Acme Lawn Care in the house.
What's going on?
Yeah, we don't talk about such things around here right now.
Well, no.
Oh yeah, Couldn't Clean said he dropped all his clients. He's saving a ton of gas right now.
A ton of gas.
Well,
a ton of gas.
I don't know. I did that one year. I optimized there's a book called Profit First. There's a lot of good books out there, but it talks about your 20% of your customers at the top. You treat them really good. You just take off the bottom 5% and you replace them.
Yep.
And you kind of, if you're a solo guy, you kind of need to do that because you don't want to be working just to be working and just run around putting out every hour that you put on your piece of equipment, every mile that you put on your truck.
Mm-hmm.
It costs money. It costs money for every time that you get an hour or a mile on a piece of equipment.
Yeah.
Happy's family said, "Hey, is this the boss or is this
Happy's family?
Is this the worker?" Well, the boss got her a new weed eater.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she got her a electric steel weed eater.
Oh, she liked electric.
Yeah, she said the other ones are too big for her. She couldn't. It was hard for her to handle them because where she was shorter.
Yeah,
so they finally went and got her a bonus.
I'm kind of getting excited about the GIE already because last year they had a lot of electric stuff, and I think they're already coming out with some new stuff. But they're I think the battery technology is kind of what holding it back. But they've got the backpacks that you can put on there, and that Oregon has that one where it'll run 4 hours on a charge.
That's true. That's true, Acme. We know who does work.
But yeah, it's I really like it, and the Husqvarna, they've got a reversed, and some of them got reversed to where you can, if you're walking a certain way, you can reverse the direction of how it spins.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Carl, he's got a couple videos up on that thing. It's pretty interesting. I'm looking at it. I'm interested in the
Saving Greens on here.
Oh yeah, I seen him.
Green.
Said we went live. Oh snap!
Snap.
I can't be saying stuff like was said on Instagram there the other night.
Hey, what's up with is he looking into acting classes or what for his employees?
Yeah.
That was some of that good stuff right there.
Yeah, I think that
you pretty good.
You start doing some scripts and stuff, and then You know, have a production crew come in.
Man, the thing about a script for me or something like that, I couldn't say half the words on it. That'd be the bad part for me. What's up there? Old lawn lingo, he says.
Yeah, this is all right. It's live stuff. It's real interactive. It's pretty neat.
I'd like to be able to see the comments, though. I can't see it on my
phone.
You're going to have a computer and a phone.
Yeah, you have to do both.
Phone and a computer.
Well, I can set my computer up, but my phone's about to die, so I'm leaving it plugged up.
No, I don't blame you.
I'll have to remember that next time.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm looking at a trailer. I was going to keep it for being a surprise, though. The wife's on here telling all the secrets, man.
Don't be telling all the surprises.
Telling all of it. What's that on your head there, Leonard?
Look at that.
I can't.
Look at that.
That's pretty nice. I like the colors.
I've had like 10 people come up and say, "Where's mine at?"
You like that?
That's it. Tennessee boys in the house. Well, shit far, she said. Well, see, I can cuss and say things now. It don't have to be exactly a complete family channel unless you're under the age of 18. This is your R-rated thing right now.
But Nick.
Yes. So now, me and Leonard talked about it earlier, Josh. You thinking about putting any of that electric equipment into
rotation,
into your everyday stuff? Like hedge trimmers or chainsaw.
I really like the idea of a chainsaw and a hedge trimmer. Something you're not going to use very much.
I agree.
Keep you a couple of batteries. You don't have to worry about keeping fuel. Worrying about that. I think that'd be perfect.
Oh yeah.
But they're getting, like I said, that one, the Oregon where they got the backpack thing where it'll go 4 hours. I like the idea of that because you could go into a place, especially if you have condos or something, and you can get in there a little bit early because it'd be quieter. So you can start trimming. Yep. You can start trimming and wait an hour or so before you start the mowers up. I think that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, we looked at those the Pro line and a couple of battery powered stuff. That stuff was actually kind of impressive. I don't know about the residential, but that Pro line we looked at, that stuff, it seemed like it really had some power to it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what I was really impressed with was the Makita stuff down at the GIE. I didn't get to do a lot of video on it because I was playing around with it.
I might just go ahead and buy some and just test it out. I kind of like the idea of just only having one fuel source.
Mm-hmm.
Have like the trimmer, and the trimmer is kind of like a steel trimmer with the 4-mix. It starts in one pull whenever it's after you've choked it, after you've started the first time.
Oh yeah.
And so it's super fast. You just pull it once and it's ready to go.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. That's what I think I like about the electric stuff. You ain't got to deal with carburetor issues. Like I just had to buy a carburetor. I think when was it in the last season for my steel chainsaw.
The carburetor's kind of, that's kind of a pain in the butt. Mm-hmm. What I've done is I only go the amount of counts that I have. I only have to go through about 15 gallons of 2-cycle and gas mix. So I just go ahead and get the premium, no ethanol, and I've not had any problems with carburetors. And it just runs. It don't sputter and spurt and mess.
No.
So I think it's worth it. But I mean, if you've got, a bunch of people, a bunch of guys, then like Johnny Moe, he just has extra carburetors and he just throws them on there.
Oh yeah.
Just like get some Walbro carburetors that fit and just throw them on there.
Well, Cut and Clean wants to know where all the oxygen powered stuff is. And then Saving Grain and Mama Ninja wants to know, why ain't y'all growing your beards out yet?
Well, I had a beard.
Mine's just gray. You can't see it.
November beard month it's come and went.
I'm still, if I got to shave it off, I still have to run over to Randy's channel on G4 Outdoors. Shameless plug here.
I'm too young to show all of my gray. I don't know. I'll look 10 years older if I grow mine out.
Oh Lord, now man, you got to be the salt and the silver. You got to let it. You got to let it go.
It just don't look right. I don't have a stitch of gray in my hair, but my beard's nothing but gray.
Well,
now,
just for men as could be an option.
right?
That's it. Well, I mean, look, I'm already bald on top, so it don't really matter about that.
I'd look like I took a Sharpie to my face.
The light kind of making my head kind of shine there.
Oh Lord.
Well, I'm sitting like I'm like sitting right under a light too. I mean, it's pretty shiny too. We could be bald-headed brothers there, Josh.
Bald-headed brothers.
Yeah. Yeah, the B&B.
Oh,
Baldy and bald.
Yeah, if I got to shave, I'm definitely going to do it on G4. I already promised Randy. We got to get his subscribers up to 1,000, and I'm going to shave it off, and all the proceeds are going to little beardless people like Pump Knot that can't grow them.
Hey Ralph, are you gonna save the hair and send it to Locks of Love or anything?
Hey, I wonder if I could. I wonder if I could do something like that.
If you washed it out, it might be able to. I don't know where they'd put it, but they could do something with it.
It's hard to tell. I mean, it's curly as all get out anyway. Nobody'd have to get a perm if they used it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Save them some time curling their hair.
That's it.
It was hell in here a few minutes ago.
Ralph, what are you?
Oh yeah, I ain't drinking. I got to work tomorrow, man. I got to do that EMS life tomorrow. I think. As long as Leonard comes in, I think he's doing that tomorrow too.
I don't know if I will or not.
Don't say that now.
Hey, Nathan is asking what kind of vape he's using, I believe.
Oh, well, I'm a vaping on.
Yeah.
Where is it at? Well, I don't think I see it. It's
I'm using. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Bob. You're probably better than mine.
Grape bubble gum.
Grape
you switched.
Grape Hubba Bubba.
Grape Hubba Bubba. I'm using that strawberry custard from White Label Vapor. It's 100 mils for $20. You can't beat that, man. $20 for 100 mils. It's gonna last you for a bit. But I did find this other stuff today, and it's amazing.
Huh?
Amazing.
Goof.
Goof e-juice. It was like, I think it was 16 something like that, for like 110 mils, and it's blueberry strawberry yogurt. It's good stuff.
Pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it smells good, like you want to eat something. I don't know. It's
not that kind of e-liquid. This is the nicotine e-liquid. Quitting smoking.
They've not passed government regulations on it, and I'm sure at some point they're going to want to get extra tax money off of it. They,
that
they're
regulating crap out of it.
Yeah, tobacco, alcohol is a sin tax. They put extra taxes on it, and basically a lot of it is to help with. If you do it so long, I mean, you're going to have more medical problems. So,
yeah, eventually got to set it down. Eventually, it keeps me halfway sane from trying to quit smoking, though.
I believe if I could quit EMS, I'd quit vaping.
It's rough, man. It's rough.
I'd quit nicotine altogether.
I don't know if I could give up EMS, though. I was talking about that in one of my other videos. I think I'd still have to stay part-time somewhere just to keep up with everything.
I could quit.
I'm gonna be like old Papaw. I'm gonna be like 70-year-old, still like wearing knee braces, back brace, everything, working on an ambulance. That's what's gonna end up happening while I mow too.
Lord.
Telling the same stories over and over. Like I got dementia.
So how many people is on here?
Yeah, we got 14 watching us. 14 on here supporting us.
Appreciate it, guys.
The Bearded Brethren crew. That's what we're going to start calling them now. Bearded Brethren Crew. Oh, Lord. Yeah, that
Nick,
Instagram last night, man. Oh, I was tickled. Talking about some moonshine earlier.
Oh, that's good.
Hey.
Did you get it in the hills of in the mountains?
Well, I got some over in the mountains this way.
Yeah.
It's in the closet in there. It's been sitting for like 2 years though, man. I'm not like a heavy drinker though.
No, you can.
Me either.
The moonshine that they've got in the stores is cut down.
Oh yeah.
It's not Everclear moonshine like the.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll be right back.
Oh, is he gonna go find the jar?
He's gonna find his moonshine jar. Or is he gonna get some props?
I don't know what he's doing.
He may come out with a samurai sword.
I was watching Saving Green video today.
Oh, was you? What was going on there?
Well, I'm gonna see what's up with his employees here. I think I know, but I just won't say.
Yeah. You know that when you drug test your employees, I mean, you're kind of reducing the market down, but you know, hopefully the people that you do have are going to be good ones. So
look at this quart of water I got here.
There you go.
Hey, Ralph, you got a lighter?
Not on me actually.
I didn't.
Not on me. You want me to set my beard on fire or what?
I didn't take some of that and blow it out and stick the lighter and blow flames.
See if we got blue flames going with it.
Oh, I guarantee you there is. It's been sitting for about 2 years. It's probably stout as crap now.
Is Nick still on here?
Yeah, he's still on here. He's still talking there in the chat.
Right. Hey, you gonna have to straighten out Pizza. You want to straighten him out. I want to see some hardcore employer action going on.
I believe Pizza was up and running to be a crew leader. I don't know.
I believe he's done got kicked out.
Has he? I don't know.
I doubt that now.
You know, you have to pay attention to detail in the lawn care business. I mean, it's not you can't go in and start
Appreciate you stopping by, brother.
Slinging things around and then leave.
Who left?
Andy. Mm-hmm. He's out. He said. Oh, Stretch wanted to know.
Hey, Nathan, you can't read comments, but Nick said that you need to watch tonight's video. He's getting ready to publish it here in a little bit.
I'll check it out, man. I'll check it out.
Oh, Stretch wants to know. He said, I'm about to get a stand-on zero turn, either Gravely Pro Stance 36 or Skag V-Rye 36.
Skag.
He said, what are our thoughts on that? Nathan, I think already
Nathan's a Skag man, but he's not running Gravely's that I know of.
No.
Gravely's built pretty good, and from what I've read, it's like close to Skag as far as cut quality. It's right up there. And,
well, I've looked at them, and they are built really good.
Yeah.
But literally 90% of all the reviews I see, they talk about the cut quality just not being
it's not there with Skag, but I think it might be because there's places in Florida. It might be the St. Augustine grass. There might be some grasses that does good down there.
But they were also they were talking the other day how they're wanting to improve that, and they're working on to improve their cut.
You know, that's these mowers. That's what they do. They cut grass, and there's a lot of them that the red mowers. I've just heard this before. The red mowers just don't cut as good as far as wet conditions. At least grass that we have here in the transition zone, and all of them cut pretty good when the grass is not wet.
There we go.
So,
yeah, I'm thinking about trying out some different ones this year if I can get in touch with some people, see what's going on. Because, of course, we're looking to expand just a little bit. So I don't, Nathan was.
Got Nick on your mind.
I'm telling you, I'm sitting here reading the comments.
Yeah.
That's what it is. My mind
Don't
can't
be
do
calling my
scab.
Scab.
Don't call your scab a scag. There you go. Hey, G4 Outdoors. Oh, Randy said, I was wrong on that, Nathan. I told you 40% off earlier. It's 22% off on Gravely's right now.
22%.
Yeah, 22%
that's
off.
Pretty good. The Wright's got their program. They've got 16% off till like June.
Really? Now, I heard, I don't know if this is true, and I've heard this, and when we was down there at GIE, they were saying that you could get a Wright mower for like half the price that you could like the Gravely's, Scags, Ferris, all that stuff. So I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, I don't think there's a Wright dealer around here anywhere.
No, we don't have one. I don't even know where the closest one is.
I mean, I've got a Gravely dealer like 15, 20 minutes away from me, so I can go out there. Cub Cadet's a big thing around here, man. And I don't mess with Cub Cadet a whole lot.
No.
Cub Cadet, I was looking online. Cub Cadet came out with some new mowers already, and they they got the. They used to be called the Tank, but they've come out with some new ones, and it look like they try to improve their deck quality. And it's 7 gauge, which I guess that's what a lot of them use. And I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing it at the GIE. Cub Cadet, I don't know exactly who owns them. I don't know if MTD owns them or what, but they're not International Harvester anymore. I mean, that's what Cub Cadet used to be.
Yeah.
I got an email about a commercial line that they come out with, though. I don't know anything about it.
I mean, it just depends on what color paint you want, really, and how it does on the grass around your house.
Well, some of them, I think you need to run them and test drive and just test them all, especially whenever it's like Johnny Moe was saying, test it in the spring weather where the grass is really growing, it's really thick, and if you can get demos, but a lot of dealers don't offer demos.
Yeah.
And
it's hard to find them.
Yeah, and the ones that offer demos and then offer you a replacement if yours goes down, they know the commercial market. Some of these other dealers, they're kind of more geared towards residential people that they can go without a mower for a whole month or something.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Josh is the man. He's the numbers man. If I ever have any questions about numbers, he's the one I need to talk to ever.
Well. Being analytical, it's not always, it's good and bad, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I'm just a poor old dumb country boy, man. Cut some grass. That's about it.
Got some grass, and now you're laying stripes.
Well, crooked. They all crooked.
Well, you got to look in the distance. You cut your middle pass and get it and look in the distance and just kind of keep your eye on it, and then you go from off of that.
That's it. Old lawn commander in the house now.
Hey, Stacy.
You must be up working or off for the weekend, one or the other. Shoo. What are you doing, Leonard? Walking around? You giving a house tour?
Some jungle juice.
You getting you some jungle juice? Oh, Lord. Yeah, I think everybody's torn on what they like. I mean, I loved my little Ferris, my little 48, my little 600Z. I mean, it does fine. I did have.
Are you mixing?
Oh, he's going for it. It's St. Patty's Day for another couple hours. He won't be to work tomorrow.
I'll just tell my supervisor early.
I didn't hear nothing. But I mean, I loved my little Ferris. Now, when it got to where it was wet and raining, man, I could not cut a yard for nothing. It'd have to take
I
two, three
know
cuts.
that's the problem I've got with my Snapper Pro SW20
Yeah.
35. It after 10 o'clock I can cut pretty good, but before 10 o'clock it loads up and it kind of clumps, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot different. I had to do a lot more cleaning, but I heard if you took the baffle out completely out of the Ferris, that it was
Well,
took
I've heard that too, but mine it's welded in, so it's not really bolted in. It's got like a little a baffle on where the discharge is, and it's got another baffle that's towards the front.
Mm-hmm.
And Scags, they've got a baffle that's in the front, and you can adjust it up and down.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, first step, you're right on that, man. Pretty much, it's all about dealer support, how they take care of you, how the company takes care of you. If the dealer can't take care of you, and Ferris and my dealer with Ferris, they done great. But like, if anything serious happened to my mower, it was gonna be gone for a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's one of the big reasons I went over to Skag. And it wasn't because I hated Ferris. I'd love to still have my Ferris. Just money wise at the time, I had to get rid of the Ferris to get my Skag. And the dealer swears up and down, whether it's true or not, 24 hours in and out, and he could pretty much rebuild the whole mower. Which he only carries certain Skag brand, mowers. There's only certain ones. He don't carry like the complete line, I don't think. Nathan might be able to tell you a little more about that.
So. Some of them do that. Why they would do that? Like if say 90% of their lawnmowers has Kawasaki on it, they don't want to order or have a Kohler motor on it because then they have to have the parts to inventory it and fix it.
That's it.
No, they whatever's selling really good, they just don't order the other stuff so they don't have to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, he's got
it as far as a business move.
Oh,
he keeps more selection in of what sells the most, but he's got everything.
Yeah.
He's got the whole back rooms full of everything that you don't see outside.
But here's what they'll do, though. I've been in there, and you say, well, I like to have this. And they're like, well, nobody uses that.
Yeah.
You're like, and he's like trying to talk you out of it. Like, say, if you want a 48 walk behind, that's the SWZ, that everybody around here buys the 52s.
Yeah.
And he just don't want to carry it. And then if you ask about it, you're like, well, nobody uses that.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I want what I want. I got to make up my own decision on that. I do look at all the YouTube videos and see what I can learn off of stuff. But hey, you got to go with what you like. And I mean, John Deere. I was about to go with the John Deere, to be honest with you, before I got them Scags.
I've read a lot of reviews, and the 7 iron deck, not the say Rot Mowers builds the standards for them, but the 7 iron deck is stamped, and it's 7 gauge, and they've got this big press that they stamp it, so there's no seams in it.
Yeah.
And from what I've read, and I've not used one, from what I've read, that it's up there with Skag far as the cutting wet grass and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And they've got like a loaner program, and they got like fleet deals, and they got like a uptime guarantee. And a lot of the guys, there's a few guys around here that owns landscape companies have switched over to John Deere.
Oh yeah, there's been quite a few. Oh, Leonard, I think this might be for you, man.
What's that?
It says it's from the TTM production. He said, Tennessee sucks. Go Dogs.
Can I cuss on YouTube?
I'll try to believe.
He has a dog as a mascot.
That's it.
Well, yeah, that's a lot prettier dog.
Yeah, a coon dog, blue tick, I believe.
A blue tick. Won't shut up howling.
Yeah. They put the little jacket on it.
That's it.
Well, all I can say is you got to be loyal to your home place. We'll just leave it there.
Was that a stab? Was that a stab?
Go dogs.
Go dogs, he said. Go dogs. I know probably nobody in here has watched the Squidbillies, probably except for me. But he put Go Dogs on there. It just reminded me of the Squidbillies there. If you ain't never watched the Squidbillies, you need to go watch it if you're above the age of 16 at least. Like 10-year-olds don't need to be watching that stuff.
I was aggravating old Clemens about the dogs because he's a Georgia boy, you know.
Oh, is he?
He's a good old guy, Richie Clemens there, Clemens Lawn Care.
Yeah, I ain't got to talk to him much. There's a good community around here, man. You won't find no hating or anything else around here. That's for sure. We watch and listen to everybody. Everybody's got something to contribute. That's for sure.
Yeah. Even if it's something that you watch from their mistakes.
Oh, that's it, man. Or you can watch my videos on a daily basis and see all the mistakes I make.
Yeah. Say, oh, look what he did. He made a mistake.
We haven't got into the educational videos. We're just kind of
we're still on what not to do.
Yeah. Just don't do this.
Yeah, don't do this. Don't do this right now.
I don't claim to know anything. I just claim to try real hard at what I don't know.
I'm a master of all, what's the saying?
Master of none.
Master of none, and
you can do it all.
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Well, I claim to know a little bit about a whole lot. But not a whole lot about
a whole lot about nothing. Yeah.
Now, Happy's family's got it the best. Be happy.
Be happy.
That's it.
That's the name of the game. That's the whole reason for living right there.
That's it, man. Just be happy and enjoy what you do.
Which makes me question every time why I still work EMS. But
hey, there's four Gurus outdoors. They're on here, I think. 4 Gurus outdoors.
Hey.
Go subscribe to them. It's the All Girls Outdoors channel.
Oh, that sounds
Is it really?
like that could be a nice something to watch.
Yeah. Well, now if you look it up, I don't think there's any videos up right now. I need to sit down and actually help them. It's Andy's wife, Randy's wife, and my wife. And probably get Leonard's wife in there. Josh, if you bring her out of the house there, she'd get in on that too.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever met your wife, have I?
No, you've not met her.
That's what I was thinking.
She's a kind of reclusive a little bit. She's got her deal that she does. I mean, she goes to work and family and work and family and work and family.
Yeah. I do that sometimes. Man, that's all I done all winter. I was a hermit all winter. I didn't make no videos. I just, I sat at the house and just relaxed and went to work and worked a little bit of overtime and done all that stuff,
My wife can do a cooking channel. She can. I don't think she'd do anything with outdoors.
Could she do something like Mama Ninja's Kitchen?
Hey, it looks like some good food, man. That on the Instagram makes me starve to death. I'm all about that food.
Oh yeah.
All about that food. Phone's going off.
Mama Ninja's Kitchen.
Oh yeah. Everybody needs to do a video to kick off the season.
We need to do setup video.
Yeah, setup video. They're always good. People, I've noticed a lot as far as views wise, because I'll watch setup videos. Sometimes I'll watch them 2 or 3 or 4 times, just kind of check them out. Kind of see if I missed anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of neat to see what everybody's using, how they're using it.
That's it. Hey, Paul Bree. Is it Prees? I'm probably murdering your last name on here. Thank you for the subscription there, brother. I appreciate it. Appreciate
you. Appreciate it. What's Stacy doing? Stacy still on here?
Yeah, Stacy's in there. He was telling everybody about the deers there a minute ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's telling about
Stacy's a deer man. He likes his deer.
Yeah, they make video cameras. You can take pictures of them in the dark.
I like to eat a deer or two.
I've got a few of those. Every one of them, they seem to be eating corn off the ground.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Randy to send me some jerky from old Doug the deer.
Is Randy still on here?
I don't know if Randy's on here or not, unless he's just lurking. He lurking in the back there. Oh man, I would love to get into fishing. I still ain't fished. I went and bought some new rods, and I've been planning to go like the Academy Outdoors or whatever it is, and Bass Pro and pick up some of that spring fishing stuff. I'm all about that bass and catfishing. Love to get into it. I love to do some videos on it.
Have you ever caught any rock bass?
Yeah, I've caught a few.
Mm-hmm.
They put up a pretty big fight.
Biggest one I caught was like 15 pounds. I used to have an old picture of it on my cell phone. I ain't got it no more. I caught it over next to where I live in the river. Yeah. Heck of a fight, man. Caught it on, it was 8-pound braided test.
I went on a trip one time and they had a guide that would take you out on bass fishing. And the group before us, they went out and they caught a bunch of fish, and we spent our whole time searching for bait.
Yeah. You can do a lot of that now.
We spent the whole day looking for bait, and we never caught any bait to catch the fish.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. My trout fishing.
Yeah, I still ain't done no trout fishing. I need to get you to get me out there and get me on some trout, man. Get me on some trout.
I like the trout fishing.
I can do bass all day, bass and catfish. I ain't never been too lucky at crappie and all that stuff. Done some shovel bill fishing, some of the snagging.
Whenever you start making the big money, you're going to go on a blue marlin fishing?
Oh man, I'm already there. Stacks.
Yeah.
Stacks up. Oh, I wish. Stacks of ones. Oh, I'd love to go down and get in the ocean, do some fishing, man. That'd be great.
Yeah,
you did once.
Yeah, deep sea fishing.
Yeah, I don't know if I can. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, the blue marlin and whatnot, and you can that bluefin tuna. It's what they make sushi and stuff out of.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Maui, Hawaii for a little while, and the guys they go out and fish and get that bluefin tuna and bring it back. And you could eat it. You could eat it raw, or you could grill it. I mean, it was wonderful, fresh right out.
Was Tennessee just calling you back? Is that why you moved back?
Well, I don't know if you've been to Hawaii, but it's fairly expensive to live there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and I don't know the prices now, but the price of milk was like $12 a gallon, and
wow.
gas at that point was like $4.80 a gallon. The only thing that was cheap in Hawaii was like macadamia nuts and pineapples, and then
really
the only thing cheap in California was like strawberries. But everything else was pretty expensive.
$5 stuff, huh? Let's see if I'm trying to find them old fishing videos from over at the Fusky, man.
Yeah, I've done a lot of saltwater fishing, but it's all been inshore, not deep water. But I've done a lot of inshore saltwater.
I'd like to get into some of that deep water. Man, that'd be fun.
But, the guided trip we took last time, we caught a lot of reds.
Yeah.
That was pretty nice.
I remember you telling me about that.
Well, I think that a lot of people's enthusiastic about 2018 as far as the economy and customers and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
This is the year to do everybody's excited about 2018.
I had a website built, and I've had a few people already contact me, and I mean, you're going to get price shoppers and whatnot, but it's there's people needing work done.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're wanting us to shoot guns indoors. Just put some holes in the ceiling. Well, get it turned up, they said. Get it wild.
Oh, have you ever seen those where they have that ballistic?
That must have been from the girls.
Have you seen the that ballistic material that's made to be like your skin?
I
Yeah,
haven't seen that.
I was watching one of them on there, and it had this ballistic material that they made. You can make it at home, I guess. And then, like, you shoot a gun, and it was like for the air rifles and stuff, and to see how the feet per minute and how far it'd go through the ballistic material.
Shoot.
Are you talking about like the those gel blocks and stuff?
Yeah, like a gel block.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's called ballistic. I don't know the real name for it, but I was getting into those air guns, and they've got you don't have to have a permit, I guess, yet to have and they've got some that you can shoot big game with. I mean, they've just depends on the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have been invited down to KC to do some fishing and possibly get some STDs, he said.
Oh.
From old Andy.
Well, I'll try anything.
I don't think the wives like that too much, boss.
I always say I'll try anything once, but
yeah, I don't know if an STD is one of those things you'd like to try once, is it?
as long as it's one you can get rid of.
That's it.
Yeah, as long as you wear it off, I guess.
Man, I cannot find them dang fishing pictures, man. I was going to show everybody them little sharks we was catching down there. Put up a heck of a fight, man. It's completely different from a bass and stuff. It's wild, especially even on a big rod. They're so muscly. They just like, it's just a different whole fight there.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fun to catch. I'm usually a little inebriated when I catch them. I usually bite the back of them, put my teeth marks in them before I throw them back.
Oh, so you brand them a little bit?
Yeah.
There we go. Little black fins, I think, what they were. You see them up there.
I see some legs.
Well, you know them ain't mine. Them too tiny.
I hear you. They were awful defined. Let's see.
Oh man, that was a fun trip. Fun trip. Love to get into some fishing. Love fishing. Best thing in the world. I never had been good at hunting though, man. Never had been good at hunting. I can sit out in the woods for dang 10, 12 hours and like a squirrel comes set on my shoulder, talk crap about me, and then run off, you know.
They can smell you, Ralph. You got to rub that special scent all over you.
Want that pee?
Yeah.
You talking about that pee?
Yeah, yeah. my dad had some of that skunk. There was skunk.
Oh yeah.
It was and I'm telling you, I don't know if you've ever smelled catfish bait.
No,
Sunny super sticky.
Oh my gosh, that stuff's pretty bad.
Oh yeah, man. You leave that chicken liver out in the sun for about 3 or 4 days outside during the heat. Throw that in some pantyhose, throw it on a hook, put your zip tie around it, throw it in there.
I was just attacked with the.
It's the beard scent. The beard. He said it was just the beard scent that stuff.
Go dogs.
You're gonna say hi? Look at that.
Got the little lap dog out.
You gonna look?
I've got some 22s. I went squirrel hunting, man. You got to get like a whole mess of squirrel if you're gonna go squirrel hunting. You know.
So you got to have like about 15 or 20 so you can fit them in a pan.
Exactly, and then you got to make squirrel gravy. Then you got to make you a whole pan of biscuits. Then you just feel fat after you get done. You know?
My dad was saying that the settlers, they came over and they'd starve to death if they had to eat squirrels.
Mm-hmm.
So they said they had to eat groundhogs.
Eating groundhogs, sure.
Well, groundhogs, stuff like, these wild animals, they're eating natural stuff. I mean, they're eating, it's not like you go to the store and they pump them up full of saline solution and all that. genetically engineered and all that stuff. I mean,
they rolled it out. They load Ferrigno of like chickens and stuff at the grocery store, you know.
Well, I believe we're off the rails as far as lawn care talk.
Oh yeah, that's why I just put let's talk about it. It usually just goes in every direction when you do something like this.
Yeah, everybody's pretty excited about 2018. I know I am.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a good year.
I think just the economy, I mean, and the only thing though that like I said, I've had to raise prices on a few people. I mean, inflation's 2% a year. Mm-hmm. After 5 years, that's 10%.
Yep.
So 10%, if you've not raised the price after 5 years, I mean, that's quite a big amount. I mean, it could be your profit margin.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break just for a minute. This broadcast is brought to you by Diet Sunkist, one of the leaders in lawn care. When you're out and you get dry while you're mowing a yard, drink Diet Sunkist. I had to throw that in there.
Where's the monsters?
I ain't got no monster. I was thinking about it.
Where's that pallet of monsters at?
Man.
Yeah, I've done that before. I've went to Sam's and got the whatever it is, a 24-pack of, and that's not good because you start out with one, then you drink two, then there you are drinking 3 a day, and
oh yeah, 5 or 6.
Yeah, well, I'm not drinking 6, but
I think
if I drank 6, I wouldn't sleep for 3 days.
Andy, you got to buy your beards offline. It's beardbrand.com. Go on there. They've got short to long beards. I mean, you can even look like a lawn commander once you get on there. They'll help you grow your beard. Another sponsor. Come on, Beard Brand. Hook me up. You see this? I might not have it forever. We just went off on a tangent. Now, Josh, you was talking about your website earlier, man.
Yeah.
Who done it? It was Lawn Crack, wasn't it?
Yeah, Lawn Crack did it for me. There's a bunch of different guys. Godar Design, which is Scooter, and he was at the he's a YouTube guy.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to Scooter there.
Yeah, Scooter, his wife is doing websites.
Mm-hmm.
Yordi does a lot of websites for lawn care people, and Ring-a-Ding, he does a lot of websites. But there's more to a website than just putting up a website. There's the SEO, the search engine optimization stuff. If you don't have that, you're not going to rank, and people can't find you too well.
That's the truth.
How do they find yours? Do a little plug there, Josh.
Well, mine's at hallspro.com. Hallspro.com. Yeah.
Okay.
And
you got a Facebook too, Josh?
What's that? Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a Facebook. It's Halls Pro Mowing. But on my website, it's linked to my Facebook. So whenever you go to my website, you can click on it and go to the Facebook.
Good deal, man.
Good deal.
That's where you can find Josh. I've been trying to talk Josh into do some videos, and I don't think he's going to do any unless he gets on here with us.
No, I don't know. I don't like looking at myself on the video, and if I did do it, I'd want to do it with some decent equipment, and I just don't want to really make an investment in, high quality equipment type stuff.
That's all I've done the whole time we've been on here.
Yeah. That comes the whole time, man. We started out with our cell phones. I deleted those videos off the channel when we started those. I think, what year was that, Leonard? We started with those.
14, maybe.
2014.
2013, 14.
Oh yeah, yeah. I deleted all. I deleted I can't remember how many videos we done with our phone. I come and threw them on the old Windows Movie Maker and pumped them out.
Well,
poor quality. Didn't know what to say,
Yeah, Johnny Moe, he was doing his is like 240p. I think it's probably was at the front of the camera on his phone. Yeah. And a lot of these newer phones, I mean, they keep getting so nice. These new phones are getting really nice. And they've got like little, I guess it's called a gimbal, but they got little things that you put your phone in. and you can, pretty much use it because they are getting better quality.
Mm-hmm. There'll probably be some of me and the new employee this season on my phone, probably, unless I decide to throw a few dollars down and buy a camera.
Yeah. Well, that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about.
We're going to try to do something different.
The YouTube, it's getting kind of crazy. They're changing it up. What they did was, when they first started, they just want to get a lot of content on there.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's people on there now that's getting a lot of subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
And then they came out with a YouTube Red. And so the YouTube Red, they're paying these people above and beyond regular people.
Mm-hmm.
And then they changed the payout now to where you have to think to have 1,000 subscribers. You got to have so many hours of video.
Yeah, I can't remember.
And it resets every year. And it takes a while to build up an audience. And I think like Top Notch, he spent a lot of time editing videos and doing it. And I think he's got one of the guys that work for him now, and he's helping him with it. So, taking the production and spending time doing it. And the Greg Chisholm, the guy that had Geek to Freak, I used to watch all of his videos before it kind of got big, and he was making about $400 or $500 a month at that time off YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think about the amount of time that you put in it, I mean, if you're putting 20, 30, 40, 100 hours a month in videos, and you divide that by $500, I believe 100 into 500 is like $5 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as time wise and making money, I think you can make a little more at mowing yards than $5 an hour.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just something fun to do. Break up the monotony a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are you gonna get a Turf Tiger or the Stander that he's still got in his trailer?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I mean, if he's won't get rid of that thing, I might give it a new home.
Well, he's not too far away. I think he's in Chattanooga, so that's not too far of a drive.
No. Andy said he was going to go to the top of the Crane's house there and get me a free mower. Said it just needed an engine. He was going to bring it down here to Tennessee for me.
That's nice, but whenever you give somebody a piece of machinery, if they can't make any money with it, then you're giving them something that they have to spend money on. And usually, when a piece of equipment, when everything goes out and the motor goes out, the hydros are not too much further away. So,
oh yeah, I can't remember how many hours he said he put on that thing. It was like 3,000 or 4,000 something hours.
Yeah,
he's got
4,000 hours. You can really the way I kind of think about it is a mower is kind of like a car. 2,000 hours is kind of like a car that's got 200,000 miles on it. 1,000 hours. I mean, it's kind of like, you still usable. There's still life in it. But 400,000 hours on a piece of equipment, the frame starts getting stress cracks and stuff, and you're having to weld things, and it just gets kind of wore out. And at that point, you just kind of, it's an uphill battle with that.
I can understand that. Yeah, Randy's saying, YouTube for him's a hobby. He's I watched quite a few of his video. He's like a train conductor, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and does this for fun, man.
What, toy trains or what kind of trains?
No, big trains, man.
Oh,
big man trains, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
pretty cool. Those trains, they've got a diesel motor, and then it drives an electric motor, and then because of the torque, that's what I heard.
Oh, 2,100 hours. I'm sorry. On that, it was an X-Mark Laser Z. What Andy was going down to get. Yeah, 2,100 hours on it. Motor's out of it. He said the only condition, he didn't like Kawasaki. He didn't like Kawasaki motors. He said he couldn't put one of those on it.
Yeah, well, everybody's got. I've had different luck with different mowers, different brands of motors, but I've had a Kawasaki that it's still running today. It's a single cylinder, 12.5 horsepower Kawasaki, and it had it wouldn't bog down on you. It had a lot of torque. And I've run Vanguards before, that was when it was Japanese made. And the little 16 horsepower, and that thing had a governor on it, and whenever you'd get into anything, it'd turn the fuel up, and it's almost like it was a 25 horsepower motor, even though it was 16.
That's what they say about them grasshoppers.
Yeah,
they say they have like a huge CC motor on them, and it feels like half of that.
But I've not had good luck with Kohler as far as the command Kohler. And I had a demo of a turf tracer that had the EFI Kohler, and you'd get into some grass, and it wasn't even tall grass, and the RPMs would drop on you. But I don't know. Like I said, I mean, I think you have to, before you have an opinion, you kind of need to run a few of them.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's like Chevy and Ford and Ram now, I guess. All of them have good years, bad years, and they've been around so long that they've had new ownership. So, like Jeep, they've been like 7 or 8 or 10 different companies.
Yeah.
So, AMC, Willis, Chrysler. Now it's like Fiat. There's Daimler, Chrysler. So when they're, and a lot of these brands, like Echo's been through about 5 or 6 different companies. So a lot of people think, oh, well, that's a great brand, but you never know whenever they change hands. And
they're all man-made anyway. It depends if it's made on Monday or Friday, or they ready to go party, or are they dreading coming into work that morning.
Yeah, I've heard that. I don't know how you can specify getting it made on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yep, makes a difference.
Oh, Lawn Commander said he's got 4,000 hours on his last deer he had.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can do that if you're mechanically inclined and you stay on top of maintenance. It all depends on how great your maintenance schedule is and what kind of fluids you're using. You can extend the life of something double than if you have poor maintenance habits. So a mower that could wear out in 2,000 hours could last you 4,000 hours. And it's just like anything. It's according to how you operate it. If you're the one operating it, or if you have employees that's, not paying attention or bogging it down or running it too hard, when you run machinery, you can kind of listen to it and feel it, how it's operating. It'd be like trying to run up a hill with a backpack on with leg weights,
Oh crap, man.
I'm sure there's a big difference in how a machine lasts if you're a solo operator and you're the only one running it, taking care of it, versus having multiple employees and every one of them treating it differently. I mean, you would think having employees like that would almost cut the life of it in half. I mean,
it does. And a lot of companies, there's a company around here, it's called Rustic Ridge. They have scag, and they've got hours on them. They got 2,000 hours, but they change the oil every week, regardless. But they trade them in 2 years.
Yeah.
Every 2 years, and they're under warranty. And so they just keep renewing, but they've got the work. They've got the workload to be able to do that. Right. And if you're a solo guy and you're not fully booked with work, your mower should last longer, especially if you take care of it. I mean, you might be able to get 10 years. You could almost get 10 years out of a lawnmower, a commercial mower, if you're not, if you're mowing about 20 to 30 yards a week. And you're staying on top of maintenance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There was a guy on Facebook, the RNN Facebook, that messaged me the other day. He's a subscriber to the YouTube as well. He was asking us if we were going to do any videos about EMS. He was actually in school.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was about to finish up EMT school.
There's no way that you could do a video to make it have justice.
No.
I mean, there's just so many different things that you have to deal with, and man, it's the stuff that you see on TV about EMS. All this, what's them shows, man? They had one. It was like in Australia or something. EMS show. Yeah.
They've got that new one out. What is it? Just called 911 or something.
Yeah, I mean they cut out a lot of what you get out there and see and do and deal with. They make it look glorious. You know what I mean? Like these TV shows, ER, and what was that one little show that was on for like a season, Trauma and all that stuff. They make it all look, glorious, and you out there to be a hero. Mm-hmm. And about 90% of the time, I get cussed. I mean, honestly, there's like a 10% few that come out and say thank you and hi and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I mean, you go get you something to eat and you get yelled at for, why are you there eating instead of working?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they leave out a lot. So it's hard to tell new people getting into it. I don't want to discourage nobody from it. I wouldn't give up my license for nothing. Nothing.
No.
Yeah. I enjoy it. You can get burnt out on it quick, though. Not one. It's sort of like a meal of Epi-Stat, G4 said. A meal of Epi-Stat, man. I tell you. If you want to see what EMS is sort of like, go back and what's the old show? Emergency. John Cage and Roy DeSoto.
Mm-hmm.
That's EMS in their glory days right there.
Yeah.
It still makes you try to think of yourself as a hero, though. We're all doctors.
Yeah, all right.
I don't even go to the doctor hardly, man, like I should.
Doctors are 60 miles an hour.
That's it.
You go to the doctor, don't you? I mean, you drop them off there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I personally don't go to the doctor.
Yeah.
That's where we get our medicine. We just walk in the ER and say, "Hey, we need this."
If you don't know you have a problem, then you don't have to do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Self-diagnosis, man. That's for sure. But
he was about to finish up EMT school.
Was he?
Yeah.
Bad man.
He
need people out there. They're getting hard to find nowadays. EMTs, paramedics, all them guys.
You know what? They're getting hard to find. People that actually work is what they're getting hard to find.
Yeah, well, that's the truth.
And I've noticed that the last 2 to 3 years, you go to a restaurant and the quality is just not there.
Oh yeah.
And the people, and I hate to say it, but the people working there don't want to work. They want to go in. They want to go in there, and they just look on their phone for a little while.
Yeah.
And talk to some people and then leave, and that's not actually working. So I mean,
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm gonna steal one of Nick's sayings. It's you want to go home and sit on Granny's couch.
That's it. That's it.
I mean, it's hard to find people that want to work and do a good job at work, and besides, they want to get the most on the hour and do the least amount of work. I mean, I guess that's the American dream now. You know what I mean?
I think it's the something for nothing mentality is what it is.
Yeah, I can see
that. Yeah. You go to a restaurant now or drive-through and you order food, they just hand it to you and say, "Here you go." Not like it used to be. No thank you or anything. Just here you go.
Oh yeah, like manners that you brought up. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just hand you a bag and say, "Here you
go. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of people. A lot of us. I know a couple of paramedics. They was out camping, had heart attacks and stuff, and they're, they people tell them, "Hey, go to the hospital." They're like, nah, we
go."
nah, we ain't gonna do that. We're good. We're good. We'll
No.
rub some dirt in it and go on. And then they go like 4 days later, and you have like a massive heart attack,
Yeah.
or stroke. I do want to talk about one thing. It's on my mind, and I know there ain't a lot of people on here, but the people that are on here spread it around. Sort of hit close to home the other day. Put jack stands underneath your god darn lawnmowers when you jack them up to change your blades or work on them. For gosh sakes, double check that stuff. Don't trust on your jack. That is for sure. I don't care if you spent 12 grand on a jack to lift a lawnmower. Put you some jack stands or some blocks of wood under that thing. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But I mean, spread that around there, guys.
That's for sure.
Accidents can happen. Accidents can happen. That's for sure. And we run a fellow lawn care gentleman the other day, and but it wasn't good. We'll just say that. So jack your stuff up, and put some blocks and stuff under. That's for darn sure.
Yep. Especially like on zero turns and stuff.
Oh yeah, but man, they're so heavy nowadays. Nobody, it's like when we was all 15 and Mom come out and we was working on a vehicle, or Dad come out and he's like, throw some blocks under that dang thing, boy, or girl, while you're working on that. And you're like, nah, it's good. Don't have that mentality. Go and throw you some stuff under there. Keep yourself safe, man. It's like riding on the side of a hill on a mower. Everything's good until you roll.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Dave? Dave's in the house.
How's it going?
Man, we've jumped around like 25 subjects, I think.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's open discussion.
That's it. Open discussion. Is anybody wanting to get in here with us? We can invite you on in, freshen up the conversation a little bit.
Can you invite them on in for video or?
Yeah.
How many people? I think you can do up to about 5 people or something.
I think 4 or 5 people. I think if anybody's wanting to join in,
they make a hangout. They make a special hangout computer that's built for hangouts. Google. I don't know if they still make it, but they did at one time, and it was for businesses and stuff, so they could have a big group, conversation.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if Skype's still popular, but I mean it does it too. But
Randy said up to 10 people.
Oh really?
10 people.
Yeah, it's 10 people on Hangouts, and they got like a. But I'd say it kind of goes along with your internet connection too.
I'd say the more you got, the more it takes. Yeah, if you want to get in here, send me an email on this thing, and work email or whatever. Download Google Hangouts to your phone or have it on your computers. You should already have it on your computer. And we'll send you an email, get you on in here with us, and we'll do some talking about whatever. It don't really matter. We've talked from lawn care to 911 systems to being safe under your mower to fishing to hunting.
One person
now there's a lot
to talk about
Leonard,
politics.
are you able to read this chat?
No, I can't see.
Yeah,
well, there's a lot of people saying that you need to sing, wanting to hear you sing for some reason. Ain't that right, Josh? Was there like 10, 12 people in here wanting him to sing?
Well, I guess that'd be a good talent.
I can sing Rocky Top. Sing Rocky Top.
Hey, we're gonna have to watch out if we bring out the banjos.
That's it. Can't do too much of it. They'll take away my monetization. Well, they already did. I ain't got to worry about it now, so I can throw whatever in.
I don't know. Whenever you go to the UT game and they shoot the cannons off and they got the music and all that, I mean, it's it really adds to it, all the stuff that they do.
Yeah, I don't know what they do down there in Florida.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
No, I don't do much singing.
Well,
don't even lie about it.
Fall River, they say he looks like a country singer.
Yeah, I've always been told that too. I guess I talk like a country singer.
Yeah,
that's true. It's for Kevin.
What's up,
I can't see nothing.
You need to get you a little hat and paste some letters on it, like TN or something.
Hey.
Oh, top notch.
Yeah, top notch. That was funny when he made a hat. It looked just like it, except
Yeah.
paper.
That was a construction paper, wasn't
it? Construction paper, top notch.
If mine wasn't in the truck, I'd go get them and put them on because my future's so bright, you know.
That's it. We'll get old Randy in here.
Oh, Randy.
Randy. The man, the myth, the legend, the one who invented Sonny's Super Sticky.
Sonny's Super Sticky. Randy coming in.
Yeah, I sent him an invite in here.
Oh, Randy.
Hey, if yous are in here, he got off to go watch some bass fishing, man.
Watch some bass fishing.
Yeah, Bass Pro Tournament. He in there rooting for old Kevin Van Dam, I guarantee it.
Yep.
Hey, Ralph, do you know who Bill Dance is?
Oh, Lord, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I ain't got no fish around here, but, you pick it up.
Yeah.
Get that fish, put it back in the water. Old Bill Dance.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's.
Oh, Andy got the man flu. I don't know all about that.
Yeah, Nick's talking about the leak on his gas tank. And it's going to try
the gas tank.
Yeah, on the right mowers. There's one of them that was leaking out the top of it a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Leaking around where the fuel gauge was, wasn't
it? There's a buddy of mine. I can't really put pictures on here, but he's got a 60-inch right sit down, a 60-inch ZK stander, and a 48-inch walk behind. And the area around here, there's only one dealer, and he's in Elizabethton.
Yeah.
But he don't even have right mowers out on display. He carries bad boy mowers.
Huh.
And but he can order them, and he's a dealer. But I'd kind of thought about maybe getting a right walk behind.
Well, here's what I'm wondering: why did Nick? He bought those two right standers, but then he bought a Ferris walk behind. Why not go ahead and get the right walk behind?
I think he's wanting different colors on his trailer. He said something about that. And I mean, I kind of like colors to match, but maybe he just didn't want to put all of his eggs in one basket. He might be able to say it on the chat.
Yeah, Nick's in here.
He had all scags there for a while, and I tell you the truth, he had some bad luck with scags. Scags are pretty good, but his dealer support was pretty bad. So,
well, I think he said he's something about wanting to try out different dealers and see how they worked with him. That might be why he decided to go with the two different brands.
Well,
which dealer did better. That's one thing we're lucky on here with Skag as our dealer.
Yeah, there's two Skag dealers here, and they both are pretty good, I think. Far as one of them's got a real clean shop, the other one they take trade-ins. They both take trade-ins, and that's kind of nice. And one of them offers demos where you can take out and use them.
Yeah.
And they both have the good parts inventory. One of the good things about Skag is they've been around so long that the aftermarket parts, you can get almost anything from Skag far as aftermarket, like the blades, the belts, the spindles, the wheels, the tires.
Yeah,
What you doing, Randy?
What is going on, fellas?
Hey,
Shameless
how's it
plug.
going?
If nobody knows this man, this is Randy from G4 Outdoors. Go over and subscribe to him if you ain't subscribed to him. Awesome
How are we doing?
outdoors channel. Talks a little bit about everything.
That's right. That's right. Name's Randy here with G4 Outdoors. What is going on, everybody? I am Randy, and this is
How
Doug.
we doing, Randy?
Oh, Doug.
Hey, Doug.
Say hi to everybody, Doug.
The Doug.
Oh, did you say he's going to get some Doug meat? Some Doug jerky?
Yeah.
Some Doug
Give me
jerky.
some Doug jerky.
Hey, if it wasn't all the way downstairs, I'd show you. I just got some the other day.
Oh,
Did you? What'd you get?
I got a little bit of venison burger give to me, 2 pounds worth.
Oh, I didn't know if you had actual jerky, like, but I guess you got burger. You can make jerky out of a burger. They've got like a gun that you can squirt it out.
Yep.
And
Yep, I've seen that.
it seems like it's a little more moist and tender if you got your own dehydrator.
Yep. Yep.
oh yeah. Y'all ever tried duck jerky?
I've not.
Oh man, it's something to behold. I'll tell you that. Old Lawn Commander says Doug.
Doug.
It looks like
Miss Rain says you never read my comments. So Randy.
Okay, I'm here. What's going on?
Not much, man. So have you been doing any fishing?
I did some fishing the other day at my neighborhood pond. Just a runoff from my neighborhood.
Oh, nice.
Did all right. I put a video out on that. Caught a...
Oh,
got somebody else coming.
Yeah. Stand by. How do we accept this?
Huh. Hey, somebody on here is saying that kangaroo jerky's good. And, I mean, it could be. I mean, on the other side of the world in Australia, I mean, it's...
I'll be right back, guys. Hey, buddy.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good. Let me get your email here real quick, and I'll send you one there. Chat we got on there. It went to my phone, man.
Got a big old mute button right up there at the top of his page, too.
Yeah, what's your email?
My email?
Yes, sir.
Well, I got several. Which, I mean, doesn't matter which one.
Wonder if he knows
Whatever
you're still
one that
picking
you
up.
want to use for your Google stuff.
Well, let's go AIR.
He's
There you go. Thanks.
Hey, thanks, Randy.
I'm glad you knew how to do that.
Well, I didn't think I could kick the boss out, but I did.
So what were you catching in the pond?
Yeah. Actually, I've never fished that pond, so I didn't know what was in it. I don't see anybody fishing that pond ever at all. And it's the neighborhood runoff. So we have Ralph, you'll have to unmute yourself. So we have a walking trail going around it. That's where everybody walks and everything. So, never ever see anybody fishing in there or anything. So I had no idea what I was going to catch. I just started throwing, actually this little bitty jigger here.
Yeah.
With a little glow in the dark ripple shad, 3 inches. And just seeing if anything would bite or anything at all.
Cool.
Finally wound up with that one bass. I'm not good at measuring them. Being that was the first one that I've caught in a very, very long time. I'm strictly bass fishing. So Andy put me on bass fishing last year. So
cool.
I've had to completely go out, restock everything I've ever had in bass gear. Cut and Clean is back on for the 3rd time.
I've always had terrible luck at bass fishing. You put me in the trout waters, I can wear the trout out. I love to trout fish. I bought a brand new nitro bass boat when I was 19 years old, though. Thought I was going to be a big tournament bass fisherman. just about sunk it the first time I put it in the water and didn't put the plug in the back of it.
Someone told me to unmute the boss. I can't do that. Ralph, I did mute you when you walked away. You were giving out some information there, so you'll have to unmute yourself up top.
Gotcha. Josh, you heading out, brother?
He went.
Oh, he's already gone. I missed him. Appreciate old Josh.
He just go.
Yeah. We got Acme in here. Oh, he's already gone. Joining us up too. Appreciate old Josh. Just hanging out.
What's going on?
Yeah. We got Acme in here.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Joining us up too. Appreciate old Josh.
Acme, if you could push mute on your YouTube or pause, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
I'm brand new. I started getting the feedback on it. Yeah. The vape life.
I believe Josh just left us abruptly, didn't he?
Yeah, he said bye in the chat there. He didn't want to interrupt nobody.
Oh, okay.
He said he was heading on after. Yeah, we appreciate him coming on. When his website was hallspro.com.
Hallspro.com.
And you can find his Facebook through that website also if you want to go check him out. Add him on Facebook, talk to him, get any information, or he'll help you out as much as he can. Good dude. Josh is.
Yeah, Josh is a good guy.
So Randy, I heard
what's going on, man.
I heard you was talking about your haul that you got from an Academy Sports and the other little place you went to the other day for bass fishing.
Yeah, they're pretty much our hometown local fishing store, fishing and outdoors. Yeah. It's fishing, duck, deer.
Yeah.
And shotgun shells. They don't sell any centerfire, ammunition, or rifles. Their sister company is right next door. It's great guns.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, Rogers, it used to just be Rogers Lures, and it was a gigantic lure store.
Oh, shoot.
And they
I've been hog heaven.
It's big, gigantic. Now it's Rogers Outdoors. But they still have more. I think they have more lures than Bass Pro or Cabela's.
Really?
Wow.
I know they do.
I don't think we have anything around here like that.
More than Cabela's for sure.
Yeah. Shoot, man. So, Acme, what are you into tonight? I see you got your green on.
Man, we had a busy week this week. This is our first week. I don't know if you guys know about my channel, but my son and I just started this lawn care stuff this year.
Oh, okay.
We learned everything we know from you guys on YouTube, believe it or not.
I hope not us.
I hope you learned it all from Randy. If you ain't seen some of Randy's mowing videos, y'all need to go watch those and check those out before he started doing a lot of that.
We had an amazing week this week, though, man. I'll tell you what.
My old cubby can cut down some grass.
Man, when you had one video where you was cutting down the backfield, I rolled so hard in the floor on that. That was great. Good stuff.
That
was a good one.
It's really not even for show. I really do that stuff on a regular basis with that mower. I run it hard.
Hey, man. Hey, that's if you're gonna have it, you might as well use it. You know.
Exactly.
I'm trying to kill it.
Trying to kill it. You're probably trying to do like I did my old little 93 Toyota Camry that I had, drain all the oil out of it and try to throw a rod.
Just so you can get another car?
That's it.
That's what I'm trying to do.
It would not die, man. I drove that thing for like 6 months without oil in it. It would not die.
I had a John Deere tractor that I rode with. I drove it. I didn't do an oil change on that thing for 10 years because I wanted my wife to let me buy me a new one. That thing would not blow up. It's still running.
I'm telling you. They don't make stuff like they used to. That's for sure. Let's see. Not even close to Bass Pro, Andy says.
I don't go into Bass Pro too often. The traffic down there is too much for me. Need to leave my gun at home. I need to.
I can understand that. I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I go over to Cabela's, I drive over into Kansas. It's long, flat highways where there's not a lot of entrance and exits. So it's pretty easy driving. Not down to Bass Pro. It's awful.
It ain't too bad around here. We got 2 close Bass Pros actually, and then we got a Gander Mountain, but it's way on up the road, a little ways.
Yeah, we got the new Cabela's too. You been to the new Cabela's?
I ain't been to the new Cabela's.
It's just 2 miles up the road from Bass Pro.
Yeah, I need to go up there and check it out. Man, I need to stop and get me some fishing stuff because I'm going to do some fishing this year. I'm putting it in stone on video right now. I've got to get out and do some fishing. I've not fished, and I haven't got the kids out to go fishing in like 3-4 years, man. I got to get out and do it. Talking about vape juice, Nick said try that cornbread pudding.
We've had that, haven't we?
Oh yeah, 2-3 bottles of that stuff is like mother's milk.
Yeah, I like it.
Cornbread pudding. What are you vaping on tonight, Randy?
Really, cornbread pudding?
Yeah, have you not tried it? You need to go and try some cornbread pudding. You know, if you local vape shop has those little testers, you know.
I haven't bought vape juice in over a year.
Oh, you make your own?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you give special supplying for yourself in.
Dirt cheap.
Dirt cheap. See, I used to do it, but I always thought my juices were missing some, flavors or something in it. And everybody else loved it, but I couldn't get nothing out of it. It was always missing something to everything that I made.
Yeah, if you try and make or replicate what other people have, you're never going to get spot on. I've made what I like, and I've been doing the same thing for several years.
Really?
What's your go-to?
Cinnamon, peach, and coconut.
Cinnamon, peach, and coconut. That's a strange cinnamon and peach together?
When I first started out, it was just cinnamon and peach. So the cinnamon was a little too strong, and I put peach in there to calm it down. Plus, it was something that I bought from another company down in Florida when I went down there on vacation. It was I don't remember what it was called. Anyways, it was just cinnamon and peach. More peach than cinnamon. And the cinnamon that I bought was pretty strong, so I added in the peach to calm it down and still be able to taste the peach. And I started selling a bunch of it, and one guy told me that I needed to add a little bit of coconut in there to make it a little more tropical. So I put that in there, and it just exploded. So now I got my own tropical thunder.
Well, that sounds all right.
Dr. Pumpnut joined us, and he said Leonard's favorite flavor of vape is trail mix.
Oh, don't even go there.
That's a long story we don't need to get into, is it?
We don't need to go into that one. Old Pumpnut.
My used to go to for everybody else because they loved it. I had pear, banana, and raspberry with, a ton of sweetener in it. And everybody loved it, but I always thought it was missing something. And I wanted it to work so good for me, and I just couldn't get it to work. Called it PBR.
That's cool. You're not practicing that anymore at all?
No, I haven't. I stopped doing it. I used to do the drippers and everything. I actually quit smoking for 2 to 3 years on it. And then I don't know why I did it. I went and picked back up those stinkies. Started smoking again. I've been trying to get off of them again, like super bad.
Man, I'll tell you what, vaping helped me quit. I smoked for 35 years and vaping, and then I broke my vaporizer and I quit that too. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, Leonard, he's trying to stop the vaping, he said this year. So
Yeah, I'm trying.
Man, I'd go nuts.
I
with
figured
that,
out how much I figured out how much I was spending. I was like, well, hell, I could add another walk behind to the fleet for what I'm paying on vape.
There's no doubt. As much as you spend on cigarettes, man, you can buy some new equipment every year.
No crap. I was like, for me and the wife, the wife's trying to quit too. And man, just it was like $100 a week or more. So I mean, that's like a good truck payment, man. A good truck payment.
No, I downloaded this app when I quit smoking. As a matter of fact, when I did start into vaping, if you want to turn this into another subject,
Go ahead, man.
Your seventh subject.
Hey, it's all fine.
Now, when I first started, there was no one to learn from or anything. It's been over 7 years ago since I've quit. So I started off with just the little pin, the ones that look like cigarettes.
Yeah.
Where the caps in them was supposed to be equivalent to a whole carton of cigarettes.
Yeah, like the blues.
Fucking lie. And, so that came in the mail, and I directly just started vaping. I mean, I put the cigarettes down right away, but within just a couple hours, I had to take my dog into the vet, and that was on our anniversary as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what year anniversary, but anyway, took the dog in, put him down, and came back home, smoked 3 cigarettes, and that was it.
Oh, guaranteed on something like that, though.
But I downloaded this app when I quit. I'm going to put this up here. That's 7 years and 6 months. I forgot what I was reading. I believe. Is that 7 years, 6 months?
Yeah,
I believe that's what it said.
Good job, man. Great job.
All right. 7 years, 6 months. How do we get off that? I have not smoked 41,400 cigarettes.
Man, when you put it like that.
Supposedly, I've gained 1 year of life, but I've lost all that in vaping.
I've lost all that in eating, man.
This is my savings without inflation or anything.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to keep talking just for a couple of seconds. You can see that number. That's a pretty healthy
amazing.
number right there.
Now, what's that app called, Randy?
Quit Pro. I don't even know if they still make it.
Quit Pro. I'm going to look that up and see if they make it. I know a lot of people.
Man. Congratulations to you for that.
Yeah, in a way. I don't smoke, but I vape. It's you could call it a healthier alternative, but I don't know. People have their opinions.
Well, yeah. Everybody's got opinions, It's like the booties. Everybody's got one.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does. Well, I know there's a lot of lawn care guys out there that smoke and stuff and dip, and it's a hard habit to quit.
Yeah, I could start right back into dipping pretty quick, but during the summertime, that drives me out pretty quick.
Oh yeah, I remember the first time I tried to quit smoking. I was actually at work, and I threw my not my carton. I still had my carton at the house. I took my pack of cigarettes, threw them in the trash, went to Walmart and spent like 70-something bucks on those Nicorette patches. Started throwing them on. Was wearing 2 Nicorette patches, and I went and got me some Copenhagen Black. I was like, I'm done with smoking. It's over. It got me to stop for about 7 months, and then started back smoking again. I don't know what it was. It don't matter. Like if you was a smoker, and I'm pretty sure everybody here, it still looks like a piece of steak when you see somebody else, throw one in. I know they stink, but it looks like a piece of steak to me. I mean, no matter what, it's just sort of.
Yeah, I'm stuck riding with another guy for 8 to 12 hours when I go to work. So if they want to smoke in the cab or up in the cab of the engine, I don't tell them no. I don't mind the smell. The secondhand smell, I don't mind at all. But when I can smell it on my clothes, that's when it's pretty bad. But when I first quit, I'd just be looking over there and be like, you know, big old juice. That's when they did look like big old steaks.
Mm-hmm.
And it was about 3 months that I was able to quit smoking. And I asked one of the engineer, I'm like, you know, don't throw it out the window just yet. Just let me have the last drag off of it.
Yeah.
And that it took about 3 months for a cigarette to taste like an ashtray smells.
Mm-hmm.
So now
they taste nasty to me. That's the bad thing. But I keep freaking going to them.
But once you get started back on them, they're good.
I quit 2 years ago, and every time I walk by a smoker, it makes me want to have another one. I just, you know.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It just must be programmed in my mind. You know, I mean, I can go without smoking. It's been like 8 days now since I've had I've had one cigarette. I lie. But it's I can tell a difference from like when I work or, you know, like when we was out mowing last year. I started smoking like toward the end of the season, didn't I, Leonard?
Yeah, you were back on it by then.
Yeah. But I could tell a heck of a difference at the end of last season.
Would you guys mind if I ask you something lawn care related?
Go ahead, man. Let's talk about it. You know, that's why I named it this. I was like, I know where I'm not going to keep on subject the way I am. So
that's kind of why I'm here. Hey, you know, I watch a lot of you guys on YouTube. I've learned a lot from all you guys. I mean, I watched all you guys for a year now, over a year. And
I am a self-proclaimed lawn care professional on YouTube. So ask me. Sorry for
self-proclaimed is the word, man. And no, here my inquiry is this. You know, you guys tell us everything else, but you don't tell us how much you fucking sorry, my language. You don't tell us how much you don't tell us how much you bid a lawn for. Why don't you tell us what you guys estimate for? Are you worried about your competition or what?
No, I don't worry about the competition stuff. There's plenty enough work out there for everybody in my eyes. Leonard might have a difference of opinion on this, but I think me and him's pretty much on the same page. You know, I think lawn care companies need to work together. You know, get you tighter routes that way. You know, give some to your buddy, give, you know, this and that. But the reason I don't bid is because it's different in every area. You know, a 7-acre property at my place is different than 7 acres down toward where Randy lives. You know, it's different types of grass, different, you know, different climates, different. I mean, everything's different.
That can be from.
I mean, I get what you're saying. It's different neighborhood to neighborhood where I'm at.
Yeah.
But I still think it would be useful if you guys, like, you know, you came out and you said, hey, this is, you know, we're doing this mulch job and this is how much I normally charge for a mulch job in my area.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be real helpful to us guys that are just getting started this year.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I mean, I can elaborate a little bit on that. I mean, there's a wide range in our area. Like just for instance, let's say, well, the other day I put in a bid on a 6-acre property. On that 6-acre, I mean, I'll go ahead and tell you, on that 6-acre property, I bid it at $220 a cut. Mm-hmm. Well, that's for the kind of hourly rate that we shoot for us at the size of company we are and the pace that we can run. I was underbid by quite a bit by a much larger company and was actually underbid. Really surprised me. They actually undercut me at $70 per cut. Mm. And the reason is that bigger company takes and throws in 6 guys and can knock it out in like 30 minutes.
Right.
So they're making money per man hour, but they're throwing more people on it. So a person with a bigger company with more employees can undercut some of the guys because they can do it so much quicker. But like I was bidding versus kind of going on a rate of, well, 70-ish in the $70-some per man hour range. And they jump in and they can drop down to, 50 or whatever, because they can knock it out quick. So it's always different. And even in just, there'll be 5 different people. I've actually had several customers actually would message me and tell me all the different bids that they received from companies. And it's such a wide range that it's hard just to say, hey, this is what people should bid on this size property, because you kind of, and the longer you do it, the more professional you get at your work. You feel you're worth more, so you start pricing according to what you feel your worth is.
Yeah.
So
how much are you worth?
I'll be the first one to tell you that I'll bid much higher now than what I did, say, 4 or 5 years ago, because for one, we're faster. 2, we're more efficient, and we're putting out better quality because of more experience. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard when a lot of people ask, well, what do you bid a yard for? Because I mean, literally it's such just a wide range. You basically have to evaluate the product you put out and how much you think you're worth for the time you're going to be there.
No.
It's about the best way I could explain it.
Well, I totally appreciate that answer, and I totally get that. And we try to bid per man hour. My son and I are trying to bid per man hour as well. But I think my question mostly was, most of the lawn care companies on YouTube share just about everything, and then they go out there and they say, hey, this is the yard that we're bidding right now, and they show us all around, but they never give us the hey, in Tennessee or in New York or in Alabama, this is what we're bidding for this. And that, I think that would be real helpful if more YouTube guys did that. And why are we on YouTube anyway? I'm on YouTube to learn from you guys. And I'm on YouTube right now so people can learn from my first year, right? Yeah. So I'm trying to be like totally transparent. I'm trying to say, hey, on this little yard, we have a minimum $35 drop gate on this yard, so it's $35 because it's the smallest thing. But this is an acre, and in my area, normally an acre goes for $100, right? That was my question, I guess, mostly because my impression is you guys are on YouTube to like share your knowledge and help us little guys out. That's why I was asking.
Well, the reason
I think that Dave has the best answer in here, and I don't mean to jump over you, but he really does. Is because YouTube is an open platform, and depending on the year that someone watches it, the area that someone watches your video in, if you say that you do, oh, Jiminy, I've seen Andy do yards at a certain price that he should be doing, that I think that he should be doing my yard at the same price, but my yard is actually like $10 more. And I think that's bullcrap. Well, I just said it out loud when I should be typing that out on one of Andy's videos. If he ever says that he does a yard for this much, I'm going to say, well, why would you do that yard for that much when you're going to be doing mine for this? It's the same with everybody in the lawn care community. They're either going to dog you or ask you, how in the world are you getting paid that much? There's not going to be an in between. That's a perfect price, man. You're doing that spot on. Nobody's going to agree with you. You're either going to be over. They're either going to dog on you for charging too much or charging too little, or you're just doing it wrong. But when it comes to
very true,
doing things a certain way, put your opinion out there all you want, because opinions are good or bad. They're opinions. That will help people learn. As far as, and people get tired of those questions being asked in forums, but I think forums are a better place to ask that question.
Oh yeah, I've talked to quite a few. Looking to YouTube to get pricing for some of the newer guys. I know a lot of. I looked around a lot on YouTube and forums and other things for aeration last year, and I think Randy can remember that when I was going to go pick up the aerator, and we started talking about guns on Instagram, I think it was. But there was a couple people actually off of YouTube ended up emailing me, and they's like, this is a different area, but this is, what I charge for aeration for this or square foot or whatever. And there's plenty of people out there who will share that information with you, but it's hard to, I can go out and say I priced this mulch job for $300 and it's 8 yards or something. Somebody's gonna say that's too dang little. And then somebody over in the other corner is going to come at me and say, well, I'd have charged $1,000,
Yeah, well, that's my whole point is, you brought up the mulch job, and I got to tell you, I had no, before this year, I mean, I do my mulch in my house every year myself, and I know how much mulch costs, right? But I don't know how much I need to charge somebody else for mulch. But watching you guys on YouTube, I was able to determine that the average mulch job should go from per yard, you should charge from 80 to about 120 being the top end installed mulch, right? So now because of you guys, I knew, well, I'm going to fall somewhere in the middle, and my son and I, we charge $100 a yard mulch installed now, and people love it, right? I think I'm priced about right, but without you guys, I wouldn't have known that, and I have a hard time doing other stuff like we've come up on this last couple of weeks, we've come up on things like people want their lawn scalped, and that's a pain in the ass because an acre of lawn scalped, you bag it, that's like 100 bags, baby. That's like 100 bags, right? So I had no idea even where to start. So that's why I was like wondering why you guys don't share your prices. I mean, I know it's going to be different regionally. It's different. It's different in my area, neighborhood to neighborhood. But at least if you guys would tell us, where you're at, we could get some kind of general idea. That's all. That's all I was asking.
Well, I'm glad you said that because I mean, I've thought for a while, and we probably should maybe get a little more formal, I guess, on some of the videos and give more information. We've looked at a lot, and I think Ralph agrees with me. We've looked at YouTube a lot as far as there's so many of the older guys out there that put out so much good information that I guess we lean more towards the side of just having fun and goofing off rather than being very informative, and we probably need to add some here and there that's a little more informative, I guess.
Hey man, please don't get me wrong. I really enjoy the entertainment aspect as well. But I also look to you guys, as an educational resource. But I also love the fun stuff too. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, if you ain't out there having fun, what's the point of being out there? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It becomes a job at that point.
So. And you gotta consider the old guys are giving you the information, but when you start watching the other channels, it's the personality that you're watching. So if you want to put your own prices out there, people are still going to watch you over the older people just because of a personality or sexy ass beard or something like that you just want to roll.
That's true. And honestly, we I got to be honest with you guys. We started our YouTube channel because my mom down in Florida wanted to see how we were doing. And I had no idea that anybody would. I didn't know this was a thing until we started doing it. And, we were up to like 20 subscribers. I was like, oh my God, who the hell's watching us?
We thought the same thing.
I feel that way every time somebody subscribes to us. I'm like, really? I mean, I've had everything on my channel. I mean, when you read the description of my channel, it says, it just feels whatever I feel like doing is what I'm going to put up. I've got everything from four-wheeling, from the old stuff, which I got rid of my four-wheeler because they're dangerous. And I'm from Putnam County, Kentucky, and I broke my ribs. But, I mean, I've got stuff on there about beard care. I've got stuff on there that I use at work. I mean, I have fun. It's sort of like Randy there, it's just a hobby, and I like making the videos, and I want to make people laugh, and You know, I hope somebody gets something out of it. It's like the brake change video I done the other day. You know, there's could be a 15-year-old kid out there just starting out, and he's afraid to ask his dad, you know, how do you change your brakes? You know, so he looks on there, and then he goes to his dad or something like, hey, is this guy doing this right? You know, whether I'm doing it wrong or right.
Yeah.
It just entertainment.
I think the price thing kind of just throws a lot of people for a loop. I mean, I'm not necessarily that way, but one, a lot of people just don't like to tell what they're making, I guess. But with me, when I go do a bid on a job, there's a wide variety of different things that I offer, and the price changes with each one of those offers. So
Right.
like, I don't just pull up and say, yeah, I can do that yard for $60. You know, I may, if I'm wanting $60, I may say it's a $75 bid, but if you want to do a monthly prepay or cash monthly prepay or even a seasonal prepay or just different options, I'll give this discount for this. I mean, so the price changes a lot.
Right.
So, and I like to, with a customer that I feel like I could communicate with and talk a few minutes with about that kind of thing, I'll start out pretty high and just work my way down to where I really want to be, offering little discounts that are kind of going to help me out in the long run as far as not having to hunt down money or have them texting me 2 days before we're supposed to be there and say, I don't think it needs it this week. Well, if they've already prepaid me, I'm going to show up and I'm going to mow and not even talk to them.
Exactly. You know, and I have learned so much from you guys about that, about, you know, going in for the lawn job and saying, oh man, when was the last time your mulch was done? You know, the upsell was that's where you make your money. And we've used your techniques this last week, and it's just amazing how much money we've made this last week. It's sick.
Oh yeah.
I had no idea.
I'll tell you too, there's been a lot of times on the whole pricing stuff that me and Leonard's way underpriced.
Yeah.
A few things that, you know, we're out there after we get done, we're like, dude.
Yeah, you learn as you go. It's a learning curve.
Yeah, or you mow somebody's yard that you ain't supposed to mow, or you, or I mean, there's so many different variables. I mean, you can so much stuff. You know, there's well, the whole thing when you first start out too. That first year, everybody's got a little bit of anxiety going in to ask for a price. You know, you got this little 70-year-old woman, and you know they can be richer than Jed Clampett, you know, and they'll come out and look at you and be like, I haven't been doing very well, and you know they give you this whole sob story. I mean, even the 30 and the 20-year-olds now that get out on their own, they're like, hey man, my car's broke down, and you're afraid to throw out that price of what you think that you're worth, and you're going to underbid yourself and say, well, I can do it for $15 this 3-acre lot. You know, because you start feeling sorry for them. I mean, there's sometimes you just got to say, I wish I could help. You know?
Just about everybody we bet on this week has been on Social Security and disability.
Yeah,
that's what they say, but they're living in these like $100,000, $120,000, $180,000 homes. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, most of the people that we mow for, you know, they're not in $100,000 houses. And, you know, we've had some of the best customers come out of, you know, little backwoods trailer parks. And, you know, you don't have to chase money. We actually had a doctor that, you know, me and Nathan mowed for, and I absolutely loathed it. I hated it. I hated it from the time we begun it. You know, me and Leonard talked about it a lot. And one thing that I took out of that is, you know, I'm going to price what I think I'm worth. You know,
let me elaborate on that story, because this is the biggest joke ever. I mean, we're talking about, and I looked it up online when I went to do the estimate of this one place, and literally like a month earlier, he bought this place. It was $1.4 million house. And he was a physician at one of the VA hospitals. And tiny little yard, and I priced it at $35. It wouldn't take any time at all. And he stood there and threw a fit, literally threw a fit, because he said he could find Mexicans to do it for 30.
Yeah, I get that all the time.
I mean,
I get that all the time, man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah. I mean,
I told him I wasn't a Mexican, that we'd see him later.
And I mean, even throwing that out there, I know quite a few Spanish fellers that work for companies that are team leads around our area. And I'm telling you, they know how to go out and quote, and they ain't going to go in there and take no lip like that. You know what I mean? They're going to say,
Exactly.
well, go find you somebody else. But, you know, everybody, you know, they look at you like, well, if he don't want this, he don't have to have my money. You know, and we're giving a certain product to certain people. And, you know, it's dependent on that person if they like your product or not, you know. And most of our people have stayed on with us, you know, from the beginning. And they like the way we do things. And you know, they come out and talk to us, give us cookies and orange juice and teas and, you know, Christmas cards. And
I don't think anybody can compete with those kind of prices. But what we can do is offer them better service and better quality. And, you know, and if you can get your foot in the door, you know, I think that, I mean, I've seen it happen this year already. I cut this lady's yard and I bid her next door neighbor actually. And I cut this lady's yard and he told me I was too high and then he was going to go with another company. And then the next door neighbor hired me and I cut her yard already. And then he called me back up like a week later and he goes, hey man, I'm not happy with, you know, my cheapy job. Do you think you could do me too? So I think your quality will speak for itself over time. And if you're just a quality guy and you're a quality company and you do quality work, I think that speaks for itself and you'll get that work if you want it. You know, my son and I don't compete. We tell people we can't compete with that price. If you're looking for the lowest cost you can get, we can't compete with that. But if you're looking for quality, you want to hire us. That's what we say.
That's it.
Yeah, that's a good approach to it for sure.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you a lot in the lawn care community too. You know, you hear a lot of stories of the cutthroat stuff. The person that pulls in behind you after you leave and says, "I'll do it $5-10 less." You know, I don't believe in that stuff, man. You know, if I've got a yard that I don't like or, you know, it's just not suiting me, I'll pass it on to the next gentleman. You know, we've got to be friends with a lot of gentlemen around in our area. And, you know, hey, if you've got something that you don't want to do that we might be interested in, send it our way. We'll do the same for you. And, you know, it's not just one-sided. It's a respect thing. It's not driving by each other on the road and be like, well, they got some Ferrises, and then, you know, doing the finger out the window at them. You got to help each other. That's for sure. I know a lot of us joke, and like we pulled up beside people and been like, what are you doing in our area? And get to starting the conversation and stuff. But you got to help each other out. You learn.
We have to know our own limitations, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been on I had this job that, you know, and Nick from Saving Green knows. I called him on the phone because I needed some advice. It was a huge commercial job, massive. And, you know, this is our first year out. And, you know, and I called him, I said, what do I do on this thing? And I got some great advice from him. And what ended up happening is I referred it to a bigger company. And since I referred it to a larger company, they called me back. I think they're going to get the bid. And they called me back and they said, hey man, but you know, thank you so much. We want you to come in and help us on this. But, you know, they gave me a little piece that we could chew on. You know, it wasn't so big that we couldn't handle it. They gave us a little bit. They gave us like the grass cutting, but they're going to do like all the mulch beds and all the trimming and all the bushes. But they gave us the grass bit out of that, and that's cooperation, right? And it's happened twice more since then from the same company, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We can work together in this community, you know.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
there's certain stuff that I can't do,
That's
and
it.
there's certain stuff that they don't want to do, and it's just it works great, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's like me. I'd love to get into landscaping. I'd love to be a professional bass fisherman and sit down with Andy and pick his brain.
Hey, man,
I'm
let's
sure
go
my
fishing.
catfishing ain't on point like Randy too. You know what I mean? So, you got to pick each other's brains. You gotta work together. I mean, we're all out there to help each other, and everybody in this community, I guarantee you, would help you on anything new.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you're 40 years into it, you can. Like me and Leonard went to GIE yesterday. I'm already messing up my words, even on a live video. I can't keep my mouth straight. But we went to GIE last year, and just the knowledge that is in that building would blow your mind. I mean, just sitting down and talking for a few seconds with somebody about anything. It's crazy.
That's why I told my son, I know we're not going to be able to afford, the business not going to be able to afford to send us. We're going to send ourselves because I think that's someplace that we need to be this year. If we want to be serious about next year, we need to learn from you guys. We need to meet you guys, have a drink with you guys, and buy you guys a drink and learn some stuff from you. So we're going to be there this year at GIE for sure, even though we probably shouldn't.
Good deal.
But it's gonna make us better next year. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. I loved it. Oh, we'll definitely be going again this year. We had a ball down there.
Yeah.
You definitely can learn a lot, and it's amazing what you see. I mean, it's amazing everything that's out there.
Well, we're looking forward to it for sure, and we're looking forward to meeting you guys and learning stuff from you.
Oh, that's awesome. We definitely like seeing everybody down there, and we've seen a lot of guys that we'd like to meet as well when we're down there. You see a lot of people that you don't expect really that you see in one place. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild. I don't know where the other guys went. They muted out.
No, I'm still here. I'm just hiding my breath.
It is St. Patrick's Day. Maybe they went to get a drink or something.
Yeah.
A touch of the Irish.
There you go. Actually, one of the companies that I've kind of buddies with that I went and helped them bid on a 17-acre commercial property a few days ago, and they got the bid, and they did kind of the same situation with us. They're taking care of some of the brushwork and other odds and ends that need to be done on the property, and we're going to take care of the mowing for that property. So I'm actually going Monday to help them with some of the brushwork and everything too, just help them out. So that was a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I think that's what we're talking about. Just the cooperation. It's I've turned we don't do the weed control, the pre-emergence or any of that stuff. We don't do the application stuff. So I got a company that does my lawn, and that's who I recommend because they did a great job on my lawn. And we don't do the irrigation stuff either. And my son went to school with a guy that's got his own irrigation company. So we turned him on to that. So anytime they're like, hey, can you fix my sprinkler while you're here? I call that guy. Here's his number. And in turn, we've probably picked up just this week, we've probably picked up 4 or 5 jobs from those guys referring us to their customers. Hey, do you know anybody that can do lawn care for us? And it's just amazing. If you're open and you're willing to do that kind of stuff, it's karma to me. I feel like it's karma. You do a good thing for somebody, it's going to come back on you twofold. So.
Oh, absolutely. I'm right there with you. I agree.
Yeah. I think that's the way it goes, and I like it.
Oh yeah. I'm glad there's more people out there that kind of think like the way we think. There's definitely not as many as you'd like in our area. I know, like he was saying, there's some of the companies you drive by and they're just waving the middle finger at you out the window because they think you're just competition.
We had a guy steal our yard signs. So I mean, it's not, you know, not everybody in my area is like I am, but you know, we had a guy steal our yard signs and whatever. You know, so you know what? We sent EDDM cards to his neighborhood and we picked up 5 jobs in his area. Two of them were with him last year and they weren't happy with him. So there you go.
Yeah. That's what happens.
That's what happens.
I've seen that in the area that I'm in, helping the people that I do, that there's not a lot of animosity between the lawn care companies, but I do see them hand off a lot of work to each other.
Yeah. That's
Properties
good.
too big or too many properties, or gates are too small that someone doesn't have a mower small enough for.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, we do have, well, I've got like 3 other lawn care guys in my local community here that if I get a bid that's outside my area, I'll refer it to them. WH Lawn Care is right down the street in Tuttle here. I won't do my own neighborhood, so I'll refer everything to him. And then if I get something from Moore, I refer it to Wyatt, who's a young kid over in Moore, Oklahoma. It's amazing. The guy's, you know, and he refers jobs to me too. So I mean, there is a lot of that love going around. That's all I'm saying.
Good deal. It's really good. My area is not so much.
Boo.
Did you make it back?
I did. Had to handle some business. The youngin' sick.
The other one or the same one?
Same one. Had a virus, apparently. It's been going around bad, man. Well, gentlemen, we've been on here almost 3 hours, I think. At least 2.5.
It happens.
It does. It does. You get it going. But I hope we can get to do this some more and talk with some more people in the community. Brandy, if you wouldn't mind, sir, go ahead and plug yourself where everybody knows where to go and subscribe to you and watch your stuff and all that good stuff. You know,
I appreciate you having me and Doug on this evening, and everybody stop by G4 Outdoors. That is an outdoors channel that me and Andy from Cut and Clean have going. So I appreciate everybody stopping by there, giving that just give it a watch. Subscribe if you want to.
You must subscribe to him or you will never grow a beard like this.
I don't think that you will ever get 50% sexier, though.
Man, you was 50% more attractive as soon as you fell out of the womb. So uncomfortable. Acme, if you would like to shout out your channel, go subscribe to him.
It's acmemowing.com. Acme Mowing. If you Google or you YouTube search Acme Mowing, you'll find us. So we're just a father and son veteran-owned business. This is our first year, and we go from day one until, you know, the end of the season, hopefully, and we'll see how we do. We're hoping we do great.
Good deal, man. We wish you all the best of luck on it too.
Thank you.
Wait to watch some videos and see how y'all do this year. I know everybody's excited. I thank everybody for stopping by, checking us out, and as always, if you watch our channel, you're 50% more attractive. But if you subscribe to all of these gentlemen here, plus me and Nathan, you're 100% more attractive. And I guarantee you that. And until next time, gentlemen, y'all have a good one.